couple of months ago, I sold a puzzle published by Renegade Games featuring the cover art of one of their games, the one about the Transformers. So you have a puzzle that is both a puzzle with a great illustration, with, you know, pop elements, and also reminiscent of the cover of a game. So that's the best of both worlds for me. That really makes me happy that board game companies have started publishing games also. So with all that in mind, I was very excited to solve this other puzzle, the G.I. Joe puzzle, again by Renegade Games, 1,000 pieces. And I solved it here in my puzzle table, which you may have seen in some other videos of mine. And I have to warn you, this video contains images of a puzzle missing a piece and may be disturbing to some people that really are into puzzle. Viewer discretion advised. I want to point out that this is where I solved it because a piece was missing, and I believe chances are that the puzzle was just defective, was missing a piece. It is very unlikely that that I lost it. Alas, that is the sad thing. That is the sad thing. We need to address it so then we all have time to heal. Because you see, that's where I solve my puzzles. Once I open a box, once I open the plastic bag, the puzzle stays in there, it doesn't go out, and it's closed every time. The puzzle, I had this actually built deeper than most puzzle tables are. So alas, it happens. It is what it is. So that was my copy, and I'm sure yours will not be like that. It's a great puzzle otherwise. Also, a lot more challenging. I'm telling you, a lot more challenging than I expected. Yes, I thought I'm gonna do the blue part. That's gonna be easy. Then the red part is gonna be easy, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of a harder time with the characters. The last part of that assessment was correct. The characters, especially these two here at the bottom, they were the hardest thing. It is just that the red part was also not easy at all. I expected for some reason it would be a lot easier. Maybe it's all these diagonal lines that were cutting the red in different ways. So although I got the general sense of where a piece would go, it still took me a while to figure it out. And also surprisingly, I did not expect that these two areas on the sides, that one and that one, were some of the last areas that I solved in the puzzle. Because again, as it sometimes happens, they look very distinctive after you solve the puzzle. But they just blended in with a lot of other details while I was solving the puzzle. Yes, the G.I. Joe part and the frame, that was the first part, the first things that I do, because that part is easy. The art is very nice, the illustration, nothing to complain about. The helmet there also, for some reason, extremely hard. I don't know why. I'm telling you, this is a puzzle. Maybe I was just mentally tired. I don't know. This is a puzzle that turned out to be a lot more complicated and challenging than I expected, which I'm not saying as a negative. I'm just saying as a point of reference so that you know what to expect if you are considering solving this puzzle also at some point. As for the grid, we have one of those grids, my favorite kind of grid probably, in which all the corners touch, but there's variety as to the structure of the pieces, in and out. Not, you know, so many puzzles are two in, two out. That is not my favorite. This one is one that I like very much. So I can sort first by pattern, say color, and then by shape, and then I attack the thing. The fit, not as tight as I would like it. That's the one thing about the production. And the pieces are thick enough, no problem there. The fit is was just very loose. It's not just an extra thing. And you can see, you know, in many puzzles, if you lift up a corner, you can lift up a big chunk, if not the whole puzzle. Not here. Which, of course, the practical thing is that you're solving the puzzle. If you have a section with 3-5 pieces that you solve in one area, you want to move it around, it always fell apart. That part, I prefer a puzzle with a tighter fit, so then I can move around sections easily without having to redo it, because I said in a previous video, doing a puzzle is amazing, it's so much fun. Redoing sections of a puzzle, not as fun. Maybe just, you know, lost aversion that we all have. So, And again, that little thing, I had to mention it because, of course, we had to mention it, but I'm not gonna take it into account for my review of the puzzle because, again, some copies will just be like that. So, the G.I. Joe puzzle, challenging, more challenging than expected, still fun. Nice illustration, I love the challenge, colorful, beautiful, I knew I liked the illustration, and it was fun to rebuild it. I wish that the fit was a little tighter, but other than that, definitely a satisfying puzzle.